So I have a massive headache today. Um, I've mentioned this before, I believe. I get barometric headaches, and when there's changes in temperature, usually it's when it goes down and the temperature goes back up. It's the upside. Before the up happens, I end up getting barometric headache, migraine, and I have that today. And I powered through, went and did my walk. I actually went. Little PC wanted to go with me this morning, so we did that, and it was fun. It was a good walk still. Totally fine. He also talked the entire time, but my brain is foggy. I left my. I've been trying to get pre-made salads to take to work for lunch, and I left that at home. So struggle bus today. On the struggle bus today. Nothing that I think is going to make me do anything differently, other than I'll just be in pain through it, and I might try to find like a dark office space, dark meeting room to just sit in, because that sometimes helps. But the weather is changing. I think the high today is like 96, and we're supposed to have a high of like 110 on Thursday. So that like 10 plus degree jump is what's wrecking me. And we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. But that's my challenge today, is to not start crying in the office again. Other than that, wife went for her walk today, so day 2 of the week of keeping that up. So hopefully I can keep creating time for her as well by doing a little bit more with my schedule. And like I said, little PC went with me. We had fun. We met another bunny. We named Peppermint at a new house. At another house. And again, progress. It's keeping going. It's keep moving. I realized that with the split of the channels that I've kind of done, the split of the content, that I need to find different ways to create more Valorant or gaming videos, because I've taken the podcast away, and really all I was doing on the gaming one was streaming, and I want to try to do a little bit more with that. So I'm gonna have to move my time around again and find out where to do that. And again, I don't know how to edit. I'm trash at editing, and I need to learn that. And I think that creating the time is also going to be, during that time, basically learning how to edit and finding something that is efficient for me, as well as has some aesthetic value to it. Because if I'm just like, these videos are just me turning on my camera and then I send them to YouTube and do it, because like that's the style that I'm doing it in. It's the time that I do it in, so it's I would argue it is low effort when I'm doing them, but that's all the time that I have. So I'm trying to do this. I like doing this, and I'm hoping that it's helpful to other people, but I also don't have time to do a lot of editing and make them really nice and more pleasing to the viewer. So I have to figure out that middle ground, and eventually, if things get better, I can hire somebody to do those things for me, because I don't plan on quitting my job ever. It doesn't make sense to quit the job. I make good money and I like what I do, and this has turned into a really fun hobby that I hope that I can expand upon. And again, I think that's going to be about creating time. The last thing that's on my mind right now is the longevity of everything I'm doing, because I kind of mentioned that like my time doesn't get better. I'm not going to quit my job, or I'm not going to stop working, right? I guess I could say that. Like, I can move to another job, things like that. And as the kids get older, time gets a little bit easier. That's another kind of massive caveat, that as the kids get older, you kind of do have less responsibility. Like, how do I say this? it gets easier to manage your time because they can become more self-sufficient, right? When they can drive, they can do their driving things, right? We're far off from that, but there's also that. So there's some things there. I know time will free up later. But I think it's a long later. I don't think it's short term. But everything I'm doing, I'm trying to find ways to be more efficient so that I can do even more, and figuring that out. So, and all this is not even accounting for the specific family things that I don't generally talk about, and the specific work things that I don't generally talk about. But this is kind of how I live my day to day. Is I'm always looking for ways to be more efficient. I turned my job when I first started this position, things that would take an entire day to do or all week to do. I found ways to automate them and turn them into hour-long processes, and then I could spend that additional time developing other skills or taking on additional projects. And that's kind of what I'm trying to now do with this content creation idea. And I know less about this than I did about my job when I was doing that, or than I do about obviously know more about my life and how I want to do those things. So this is different. This is a new venture, I can say, that I am excited to figure out. Because again, I'm terrible at editing. I have no idea what I want my voice to be on the gaming channel, and it's been a my mind has been active thinking about opportunity, and I'm kind of excited about kind of taking those next steps. But anyway, that's the daily bramble today. By the way, bramble is what they call a bunch of blackberries, and like a group of blackberries. So that's why I kind of started doing that. Also, it sounds like ramble, so I'm rambling. So I thought that was a fun little play on words. For those that don't know, when I played on stream with Lily Pichu, she asked me what my favorite fruit was, so she could design the art for my when I spoke it would move and it would indicate that was me, it was my avatar. And I said blackberries because I like blackberries. So the bramble is the blackberry, and then you have my Patreon page. I kind of did the different blackberries because I thought that was cute. So we'll keep up the blackberry motif, as it were, with this. All right, that's it for the day. I'm going to head in and get some work done. I really appreciate everybody hanging out, and I hope that these updates are beneficial and useful to you as they are for me. Have a good day. Good luck in your week.